Damn, I could be stretched out on a Hawaiian beach by now, digging on some babe's fine ass, instead of hanging around here dealing with his weird shit.
Wishful thinking, pal.
That's trash.
Hello, and welcome to That's Cool, That's Trash, the podcast where we watch a psychotronic movie online, then get together on Skype to break down the crazy. I'm your host, Matt Howell, and I'm joined today by Jacob.
Hello.
And Seth.
Hello.
Hey, guys. Thanks for coming back to the show.
Oh, yeah.
For the listeners out there, you might remember that Jacob's been on the show several times, and Seth joined us for Death Race?
Death Run.
Mutant City.
Mutant City,
Correct?
that's right. Yep, that's right.
Which was a very divisive movie among the people that watch the movies for the show. Some people were angry about it, which I thought was weird. I didn't think it was that bad.
No, I didn't think it was that bad either. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Well, wait till they get a load of this week's episode, because holy moly.
So, yes, we are in the final episodes of the show. This is episode 98. And I'm really happy to have you guys on for this. This movie was like on my radar we're going to be talking about the 1990 movie called Demon Cop, written, directed, and produced by and starring Rocco Carrega. This movie had been on my radar a little bit. Like, I'd seen the box at VH, rental stores like in the 90s, and I'd heard it was not good, but this was way. I just thought it was just a shitty full moon features, Charles Band or something, like Puppet Master 7 or what. I thought it was just kind of a cheapo B thing, but this was an auteur tour de force.
Yeah, that's one way of describing it. Yeah.
So the reason I actually decided to check it out was someone that used to be in our podcast network that just does psychotronic movies. She posted a video of herself doing the famous monologue from the letter reading scene.
Famous.
Yes. So I, from 101 monologues for struggling actors, and I watched it and I was like, this can't be this good. And then I searched for Demon Cop letter scene, watched the scene. I was like, holy fucking shit. This needs to get on the list stat.
Yeah.
And here we are.
It's an honor. It's an honor, sir, that here this late in the game, you would invite me to be a part of the review for this particular film, because I believe, as my friend Matt Howell once said, holy fucking shit.
Yes.
I don't know how I feel about you now, Matt. I really don't.
I feel like we're saving some of the best for last here.
Yeah.
I think this might be the weirdest. I don't know, man. This might be the weirdest thing we've seen, honestly.
It has to be up there, right?
It is super crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty high. It's on the top 5 for sure.
Oh my God. Okay,
who wants to take a stab? Man, I don't even know where to start with this. It's We have a ton of clips, we have a ton of notes, we have a ton of feelings and thoughts and reactions.
So here's one place that I kind of want to start, just to talk about it a little bit. I want to talk for a second about Rocco Carrega, who I don't know much about. I watched the movie and then I did a little bit of research, and pretty much only through the things I read did I begin to piece together what the hell this thing's even about. But it's important, I think, to point out, Rocco Carrega seems to be this guy who he wrote the movie, he directed the movie, he stars in the movie. He is the demon cop, if that's what in fact it is. And he just seems like a guy who really wants to be famous. His whole goal in life is just to be a famous guy.
Yeah.
And he's built this movie as a vehicle to help him get famous. He just seems very, very self-centered. That's just what I'm going to say. Rocco Carrega is at the middle of this thing, and he really, his main motivation seems to be to show the world that he deserves to be famous.
So that's interesting. As you pointed out, you shared the back cover of his book that he published for actors and screenwriters and whatever's that pointed out, what was the phrase?
Yeah, let me just look that up here real quick. It's he has met and associated with over 50 famous people.
And that's on the back of the book, which is okay. But then you look at the front of the book, and that is like the full title. It's in the full title of this book, which is
what it was like performing in and out of Hollywood on stage, film, radio, and television, parentheses, meeting over 50 famous people.
That can't be
like
real.
Mr. Show level shit.
It can't be real.
It's literally the cover of the book.
So before this, he was in a Rocky spoof called like Ricky 1 or something like that.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
He was in like a Barbara Streisand movie after this called Nuts, which I never did see that movie, but I remember it.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That was kind of actually a famous movie.
Yeah, and according to his pictures, like of his famous self, he was on like What's Happening and just a bunch of like I think Different Strokes or something. Like he had like walk-ons and like bit parts in some sitcoms, so he'd been around for a minute.
Yeah,
working his ass off. Thank God we got to see it later in the movie.
God.
We'll get there. All right.
Okay, this is like a freaking Gordian knot here, so I'm trying to figure out how to start teasing this out, but I do want to start with the beginning and the ends because that is an easy way to start this.
Right.
Okay, so I do know from research that the super hack director Fred Olen Ray got his hands on this at some point. So this film was made by Rocco, cut together, all that stuff, and it was titled The Curse of Something Bestial. And then at some point he couldn't get distribution or something. I'm not sure what happened, but then Fred Olen Ray got his hands on it. And Fred Olen Ray, like we just did one of his movies called Alien Dead. He's a real schlock guy. So I believe that he added the bookends of Cameron Mitchell. So first of all, folks, Cameron Mitchell, super hack. I mean, this guy, Cameron Mitchell, used to be a respectable actor in like the 50s and 60s, and then hit some hard times, and he took literally, like John Carradine, anything. He would work for a sandwich in the 80s.
Yep.
So this film opens with Cameron Mitchell, and you can tell that Fred Olen Ray hired this guy for a day, set him up at a desk in a lab coat, and just had him do a bunch of like bumpery, bookendy, like anthology, that type of stuff. So he's introducing this, like he's working in an insane asylum, and each of the stories you're going to see in this portmanteau, or whatever that thing's called, that style's called, to set up these stories, and it has nothing to do with anything.
Nothing.
Okay, so I know that that's Fred Olen Ray. And what's interesting is that in the original cut, which has the end credits, I believe, are the original cut, Rocco doesn't credit himself as Rocco Correga. So he credits himself as R.M. Anthony. And Rocco Correga's birth name was Radford A. Moore Jr. So I believe he just switched Moore and Anthony around in his name to... So was he not proud of it from the get-go? I don't know.
It's so appropriate for this movie because nothing makes any sense. Just nothing makes any sense. So I'm just gonna take a shot here because you just got to start. So it opens on Cameron Mitchell, and he's this warden of an insane asylum. He's just directly addressing the camera, smoking a cigarette, like the super hack deal. Oh, hello, Matt. Perhaps you have a clip.
Oh, hello. Welcome to the Ravenwood Asylum for the criminally insane. No, I'm not a patient. I'm the doctor. These are the files of the damned. The stories of those poor, depraved souls who found life to be a fantasy and nightmares to be reality. Example. This one is a woman who found that putting her head into the oven could do more than make a cake fall. These are the kind of tales that drove Edgar Allan Poe to the brink of madness. Poe once wrote, "Is all that we see or seem but a dream within a dream?" I wonder. Do you wonder? Here, let me tell you something about one of my more interesting patients. Oh, God, not that. Oh, no. It's too ugly. I'd better go easy on you at first. I don't want to scare you off. I want you to sit back and observe.
So that happens. And then we get introduced to this creature that, well, I guess technically we see what looks like sort of a community college.
Yep.
And then it's like in the day, and then it's instantly night. And then there's this creature who looks pretty werewolfy, sort of hiding in the trees. He chases a student. The student is murdered. And then the credits roll?
No. African American guy who's like a cop or something finds the body that is all rigged.
Right.
And he's covered in some type of filmy cobweb substance, which is disgusting. So this is clearly not from this movie. This is something Fred Owen Ray injected.
Never paid off anywhere else.
No. Right. So that was borrowed. Another thing that you can tell is borrowed is I think the original credits had the brick wall chalk credits, and the animated flame credits are when Fred Owen Ray injected, because it says like starring Cameron Mitchell.
Yeah.
And then it goes to the brick credits and says Rocco Correga or whatever, and then it goes. So it cuts back and forth. Yeah. It brings that animated thing up to show that's Demon Cop, not something bestial.
Right.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Right.
So the best way to approach this really is just that the first 10 minutes, 15 minutes, first 80 minutes are just a random series of unconnected, increasingly bizarre Lynchian vignettes.
I mean, Lynchian is awfully generous.
Sorry. By way of Wiseau.
Super third rate Lynchian. Yeah, just sort of random. So I charted it up. So after the opening credits, then you see feet running, and then you see like two sets of feet, and you hear the one guy's like, oh, and then you hear like grunting.
I have a crisp $50 bill, by the way, that says that's Rocco making both of those breathing sound effects.
Oh, 100%. Like we'll talk about the insane, not just the sound design, but like I think we can just say it now. As the movie goes on, and we'll talk about this again maybe, but like characters that are supposed to be recurring are voiceover by like completely different actors, like just totally random actors. Like you can just tell he's like, you're in the room, come over here and read this line, kind of like this, and then it's supposed to be. Anyways, okay, sorry.
Okay, so let's just talk about what the cloth this thing's made out of, because that's a fair thing. Right. So the thing that is, I think, most berserk to anybody who knows anything about film or has seen a movie or TV show in their life is that he is clearly avoiding using location audio whenever possible. And on occasion, you'll see a film where, like when you see like Arrested Development and you're seeing over Michael's shoulder and there's Job talking, and then you can kind of see Michael's mouth moving from like a, vague angle, but it's not the same audio, but that there's cutting these things together from different takes.
Right.
This film is made out of that obverse cut, the obverse angle. Everything is done to avoid. So, I mean, that's why I said it's like cinematic lips and assholes. It's like the cheat shot where like, I don't want to do this, but I just got to do it for this one scene. That's 80 minutes.
It'll be an entire scene like focused on a guy's eyes, it's just or his forehead.
Or cutting off the head entirely.
Yeah, just so they can sync whatever sound up to it they want,
Right,
it's just
exactly.
It's so poorly done.
And I think that like, again, like they couldn't necessarily always get the same actors to play the role. Yeah. So they just cut the head off, or they just shoot it from behind where you can't see the head at all. And it goes on for like 2 minutes.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're all like the crane shot or whatever from Touch of Evil, or they're all like these one shots, right? These like, it's like Birdman or something, but they're terrible. But
they're just a lock off. It's just the camera's just in one place.
Yes.
For 3 minutes.
There is a scene in the fucking lobby of a DoubleTree fucking hotel, which is like that kills me that the guy is concerned about bad location audio, so he films an entire scene next to a fucking hotel waterfall.
Yeah.
And then the characters meet and then proceed to have a conversation while walking away from the camera, then completely out of sight of the camera for about one whole minute, and then they walk and sit at a table back in the frame again. It is insane. I mean, I was gobsmacked for almost this whole thing.
All right,
so you can't do that.
No. Okay, so how about this? Let's do a quick rundown of the narrators, basically, that we meet. These are all people who, in one way or another, sort of tell the story. So there is sort of the asylum guy is only at the front, and he never figures into any piece of the plot whatsoever. No. So I guess he's there. We talked about him. Then there is a DJ. There's like a radio DJ newscaster who is somehow connected with this German guy who I assumed was a Nazi, but it turns out is actually like an Interpol cop Nazi hunter guy.
Yes.
They're paired up, the DJ and the German.
Patricia Harper.
Ooh, wow. Well done.
Nicely done.
The actress or the character's name?
The character's name.
Okay, and the character is Bloodhound, except he's got some other. He's got
Steinfeld.
Some German name, as the cop says.
Steinfeld.
Yeah. Okay, so there's those two. They kind of carry a certain narrative thread. Then there is these two cops who are kind of the more major thread, I guess. This pair of cops, and it's Spence and Logan.
And they're the comic relief.
They're kind of the comic relief, but they kind of move things forward, and their chief is involved in a lot of it. So there's those guys. Then there's Demon Cop, also known as Edward Thurman, and his relationship with a woman named Kelly. Kelly is a person who moves the plot forward, and she's mostly Edward. She's a person in the movie. Then there's
exposure.
Yeah. And then there's like some more minor roles. There's his partner cop who was his war buddy in Vietnam. He comes in for a while. Then there's the woman in the wheelchair who it turns out is a psychic, but we have no clue. We'll talk about that. She's involved.
Christian psychic, paraplegic, ex-gangbanger.
Yeah.
Maria. And I think that might be it. The movie is literally told through, 6, 7 different narrative voices that are actually all different voices. And it just kind of randomly cuts from like one narrator to another narrator to Demon Cop. Like it's insane. Another thing that I've picked up watching movies and TV shows is that, there's a plot that moves from a beginning through a middle to an end.
Yes.
And that was really sorely lacking, I thought, in this film.
Can I ask a question that occurred to me like the second and a half, third watch through, whatever? Do you think that the Kelly love interest with the Demon Cop story, do you think that had anything to do with a smash runaway hit from 1987 to 1990 called Beauty and the Beast, starring Ron Perlman and Linda Hamilton?
Well, I thought the makeup was a little similar in some places. It did kind of remind me of that a bit. I wonder if that could have been some inspiration.
Just the love story. I don't know. It kind of felt like he was going for that kind of like tragic gothic romance thing.
That's also really creepy and hard to understand.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, this actually brings up another point, and I'm sorry to talk too much, but this movie also sort of tries to, at some various points, dabble in more genre styles and types of different kinds of movie than almost anything I've ever seen. The Beauty and the Beast gothic love story. There's a little bit of weird psychedelia. There's like slasher kind of horror, but in the least effective way possible. There's buddy cop. There's like spy intrigue. There's like weird World War II Nazi conspiracy theory. Like
Interpol.
How do you even Like,
and street gangs as well.
Street gangs,
you can't forget the gangs.
Oh, the gangs are central. The gangs are central.
It's
there's
big part of this movie.
There's like a weird sort of like blaxploitation kind of flavor that comes up every once in a while. There's so many different things going on.
I feel like a large part of the plot is the gang activity.
Yeah.
And I feel like Rocco Correga was trying to make this a message film that had a little something for everybody. But he was trying to do something that was like, you know, a service to African American people of Denver and Aurora Hills.
And Aurora Hills, Illinois. Yeah. Aurora Hills and Denver.
Okay. I was gonna ask Jacob to try and give me the elevator, the one paragraph pitch, but he's shaking his head. No.
Yeah.
I'm just still in shock, really.
Okay.
I don't know how to express myself
can I take
anymore.
a stab at it?
Yeah,
I would love to hear it.
Let's see because we both kind of think we might have gotten something.
Okay.
So let's see what we got.
Okay. So Edward Thurman is a Vietnam vet who became a parole officer.
Probation.
Thank you. Sorry. And he took a special interest in helping gang members come clean and straighten their lives out because he thought that was, a negative mark on the black community to have all this violence and stuff. His pregnant wife drowned. He had a series of bad things happen. And he was trying to help a gang banger guy, and he got shot or hit by a car or shot in a drive-by.
Shot in a drive-by.
Yeah.
And he got a blood transfusion.
Uh-huh.
I'm doing a huge service to anybody out here, but that's because
you could never get this from just watching
it's deep in chum to get here. So he got this blood transfusion. The blood was spoiled because Nazi war criminals infected with this 500-year-old demon of vengeance or rage.
Demon of vengeance. That's it.
Vengeance.
Demon of retribution.
Retribution. They fled to the States, hid around the Denver area as homeless people, and somehow gave blood. They gave blood to like afford like room and board, like in these housing things. Mm-hmm. That blood got into Edward Thurman, making him
from the surgery after he got shot,
making him a rage monster. And so in the cycles of the moon, he gets sicker and sicker as the moon waxes, and then when it's full, he goes into full cute Wolfman demon, right? And he strikes out at the people that he has a personal vendetta against. I feel like the demon that's in him was supposed to be just like general like retribution, like, you know, Dr. Spectre or Dr. Fate or whatever, like, you know, or the Spectre.
The Spectre,
that kind of general, for sure. You know, like, or like Moon Knight, like an avatar of vengeance or something.
Yes.
But somehow it got into Edward and it just became his personal shit. So he's just killing gangbangers.
Pretty much.
Yes. Right.
Did I just do it?
Yeah, you did, and I'm really proud of you. That was amazing.
That's pretty much it. And these cops are on his trail.
Yeah.
And they're trying to figure it out. And they enlist the help of a psychic who somehow knows everything.
Yes. And she knew him from church.
She knew him because she was also an ex-gangbanger, along with his wife/girlfriend, who is also an ex-gangbanger. Both very gently spoken blonde white women who not the most convincing gangbanger types I've ever met in a film.
Yeah.
In her flashback where she's saying Eddie saved me, and the last time I saw him we were like having a picnic, she's wearing like tennis whites with like a white visor. It's like, I just think like a month ago you were like wielding a fucking bicycle chain and attacking people in alleyways, and now you're
It's really amazing, what a transformation that Edward was able to do. So yes, I think that's exactly right. And the only way he can be killed is through these special bullets that the Nazi hunter Interpol guy had, or kill the body. If you kill the body, the demon won't die, but it'll have to find a different host body.
Yes.
And if you just try to kill it in any other way, it will continue to live, except in pain.
Yes. How did you guys get all this information and put it together in some sort of way that now I can kind of understand the plot.
I watched
it's a true feat. I watched it twice, and I have no clue.
That was a tightrope. Could you hear me almost falling as I was trying to regain my balance?
Amazing.
So actually, I think we've done a good thing here, because now we can just play a bunch of clips and just riff on all the berserkness, because the plot was half of the berserkness.
Oh my God. Berserk.
Okay. Where do you want to start?
All right. So
stuff.
A couple of things that I don't know. Again, I'm sorry. I was going to say these. It occurred to me. Two things occurred to me as I'm watching this movie. One is I've never seen a film that was so adept at simply stringing together different scenarios for boring exposition.
Yeah.
It's just scene after scene after scene of boring exposition. The two cops and the chief, and then the German guy calls into the DJ, and then Kelly's writing in her diary, and then the German guy talks into his tape recorder, and then all of a sudden the psychic's in the wheelchair, and she's just telling the cop, and it's all minutes long. Like any of these, if you have any of these, it starts to give the listeners an idea, anyone listening, an idea of just what every scene practically in this movie is. Almost every scene is just some person or people just talking, and then it's like, all right, after 3 minutes, we got to get over there. Okay, great. And then they get in the car, and then they just talk on the way to the thing, and then they get there, and then they talk to somebody who's at the place. And even
imagine My Dinner with Andre if both of the characters had menus in front of their face the entire time.
The entire time. And all they were doing...
filling it with exposition, and he can't show people talk.
No.
They have menus in front of their face, and all they're talking about is the cheeseburger that's on the menu.
Yeah.
I don't know, the cheeseburger. Do you think the cheeseburger's pretty good? Well, we could get the cheeseburger. I don't know. I hear the cheeseburger's good. But what about the goddamn cheeseburger? All right, you got to play something. What about, do you have the cops and the chief in that first thing? Do you have, like...
I have. Yes. No. I don't have that first scene with the cops. I have Bloodhound, a.k.a. Horst, calling Patricia at the radio station trying to get...
That works. Yeah, let's listen to that.
Okay.
Patricia Harper, please. Her husband. This is Bloodhound. What happened to the announcement?
It was rejected. You think we take pranks seriously?
Are most Europeans perceived as pranks?
I don't make the rules.
Your station became a legitimate accomplice to murder last night.
Listen, you.
How do you know I don't have a bomb planted somewhere in Denver, Miss Harper? Or some other insidious terrorist plot? If the authorities in Denver think these murders are gang-related for 1 second, they've got another thing coming.
That was actually amazingly concise for this film.
Yeah.
But bear in mind, we did not meet this person. This scene just happened at us.
That's right.
He's sitting in a hotel room with his head cut off, shirt off, showing us his pot tits, and then occasionally they will just cut and show his eyes and his nose.
Yeah.
Or just maybe even just his eyes.
Yeah. No, that's right. No idea who this guy is.
And her mouth. Just her mouth in front of him.
Just her mouth. Yeah,
in
just
the
her
world.
mouth. Yep.
But not good.
No. What about...
One of the funniest fucking things, though, speaking of Horst.
Yeah.
Sorry. When he talks... Okay. There's an insane device to get around the audio thing of having people make tapes for each other or remember conversations. So there's hardly anything happening in the moment. It's all... Maybe this is kind of like Proust. Maybe it's just all memory. So Horst is driving around remembering this phone call with his wife. I fucking love this. This
is where we first meet him. You don't have no idea who he is. No, it's right after this. It's right after this. It's when we see his face for the first time.
Yes.
When are you coming home, Horst? When will you leave it all alone?
Then it's over, Hilda.
You can't make them believe, just as you couldn't from the start.
And I should forget about it now. That's going to clear me.
Heinz wants to help now.
Ah, who convinced him?
He took charge all on his own.
Why didn't he speak up for me when he had the chance?
He's been by several times. He knows I've heard from you. He wants you to know you can come home. No hassles, no blame.
Because he knows I can't do otherwise without getting nailed.
Horst!
He never got over how you left him for me, Hilda. He still can't accept the fact that it's over between you two. Or is it?
Listen.
I can't come back until these Yanks learn the truth.
No hassles.
Okay. Sounded like, I don't know if you've seen any Renee Harmon movies. Jacob, maybe you've seen some of the ones that I'm obsessed with. Renee Harmon, German actress.
We did Night at the Asylum, right?
Right. Or, yeah, you've been on one of the, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So that reminded me of her. So I immediately wished I was watching a Renee Harmon movie, so there's a little more clarity.
Way better.
Yeah. And I got really fixated on that music, and I think that it was trying to be evoke Europeanness. So it sounded like a Baroque version of the intro to Sweet Emotion to me, and that's all I can hear.
Yeah, I can see that. All right. What else do we got? Let's just listen to some clips. Let's see.
There's this cop that I will bet you $20 is either DJ or a voiceover guy in the Denver area, and he got cast as a police chief because he has a voice that sounds like that guy. He sounds like somebody, doesn't he? Like that kind of thing. But he's the cranky police chief, and here's him saying some copy stuff.
Just won't admit he and a few gangbangers killed the guy with a sledgehammer, huh?
He won't admit anything.
He's lying up his ass. What have we got we can hold the guy by his balls?
Not what we have on him so far.
He's out on bail until a court date can be set for possession of pot.
Good. Also, concise. I think later the chief, one of my favorite lines was they're getting in the car and the chief says, "So what the hell is she saying? This guy could be a possible suspect because he felt like killing a few asses?"
Is that where he talks about his fantasy about how he would deal with
gangs?
Yeah. Stick in the 10-foot
Oh, you haven't yet.
hole.
Let's listen to that.
Love that clip.
I honestly just almost had the entire film's audio as an MP3, and I thought we could bounce around, but I think this will be better.
You almost need it. It's just crazy.
So what the hell is she saying? This guy could be a possible suspect because he felt like killing a few asses?
Evidently, what she felt was hard for her to do might be of use to us.
How many times have we said the same thing about this gang shit, Logan?
She thought it might shed a bit of light on the case.
On what? She may be burned out from dealing with Denver gangs before she transferred to this district, but I don't see how she feels an ex-screw could have inflicted that kind of punishment on these dead asses we got here.
Then maybe she's fantasizing.
About what?
A subconscious desire for somebody to initiate what she doesn't have the guts to do.
Well, if that's the case, why pick some burdened soul who sounds like he's about ready to kill himself?
I don't know what else to make out of it.
I'll tell you about fantasizing. I'm fed up with this gang shit. I've got this recurring dream, see, where I shove this 10-foot spear up some gangbanger's ass till the tip sticks straight up out of the bastard's mouth, like a skewed pig. Now read my lips good on this one. I use a long, strong spear, see, not a puny one with a dull tip.
Oh my God, it just keeps going.
Subtle, very subtle.
Can I play another? We're just gonna bounce around, yeah. I think
Good. There's no other way to do it. It's so incoherent.
We vomited up the bad stuff of the plot. I think we can just do the fun stuff now.
Yeah.
Okay, so at one point, Patricia Harper, the DJ, decides to meet Bloodhound because he's convinced her of this or whatever. The cops get wind of it somehow, and they call the station and talk to her producer, and he sounds like a fucking Muppet. And I bet it's Rocco or somebody doing another voice to save money, but this almost doubled me over.
You're sure she made arrangements to meet the guy?
Look, we were discussing whether or not to call you guys first or wait until we hear what he had to say. I promised her I wouldn't say a word until she got back. She might not be worried about herself, but hey, I didn't want to take any chances.
She meets him after her news broadcast?
That's right.
Well, after they've been together for a while, as not to draw any suspicion from him, we'll converge and nab this bloodhound.
Oh, it's Rolf.
Yeah, basically. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, we hear that voiceover, but we're seeing the woman talking on the mic like she's on the air. So they're referring to this woman, but we don't hear her. We only see her. We never see them or any indication that these are the guys who are talking. It's just you cut to a woman who's a DJ character who you've met before talking in a microphone, and that's what you hear, those two guys.
Yeah, it's her Roz from Frasier.
Oh my God.
That's who's talking. That's who Rolf is.
Well, I thought so, but I'm just going to meet him after the broadcast.
Okay, I might just jump into some of the special stuff I made for you guys.
Okay.
One thing I love is that they didn't do any location audio for the most part, but 90% of this is recorded after the fact, and there are flubbed lines left,
Everywhere.
right, and fucking sideways.
Constantly.
So let me play a supercut that I made for your enjoyment.
Sweet. Because every take is like 3 minutes long, just a single rolling take. Like they never like, okay, cut.
Here we go.
No.
Buckle up.
I was very sorry to hear about the loss of his wife and unborn child.
I understand this drug is killing and causing killings of countless thousands.
I guess you'll tell me next that it's because we have more freedom than others.
You abuse your freedoms more than others, but that's beside the point. The gang seem to be trying to establish a base in Aurora Hills.
So what are you saying, man?
I was raised in a Christian environment. Just before you two came back after meeting with your boss, I overheard another report that was being filed.
I did not know what had infected him.
When files were pulled of past reports of mangled dogs, cats, and a few broken-in garages.
Even in human form, if they are fatally wounded, they will continue to function, although that does not mean that they do not feel pain. I have not been able to locate him, nor do I know if Reitman was successful in doing the same. Not one who is avenging the murders of Jews at Auschwitz, but someone avenging a personal encounter with the gangs.
Yeah, no, that's beautiful, and it's not all of them. It's not all of them. But
I found some while I was making clips today, and I was like, fuck it. I think 2 minutes is enough.
It's a good scene. It's a good set. I wish Rocco would have adhered to the same theory, Matt, as he made this film. You know what? 2 minutes is enough. This has been going on for 2 minutes.
So one thing, those flubbed line readings. I mean, watching this film makes every film that I've watched with you before, Matt, seem like a masterpiece.
Yeah.
It really does.
No, I mean, it makes 2.5 Men seem like a masterpiece. It's just like, oh, it starts, and then they do a thing that I understand, and then it ends. Wow.
They can get through their lines, so that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Right.
So Edward Thurman, I always called him Eddie,
gotcha,
is kind of like Harry Lime from The Third Man, because we talk about him a lot.
Yeah.
We don't really see him outside of a flashback here and there, just like The Third Man, until some big scenes towards the end, in the back half, I think.
Back half for sure.
But I want to talk about this guy a bit. You know, we've talked about him in the beginning that he knows over 50 famous people.
This is Rocco. Rocco Edwards, right. Played by Rocco, yeah.
And I might need your help, guys, to remember who this other person is. But physically, I wanted to paint a picture of what this guy looks like. So he's African-American, and he looks to me like Don Knotts meets the guy from The Last Dragon, like the villain from The Last Dragon.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Put them together with Jerry curls. Boom.
Yeah.
Like balding yes. Jerry curls. Like Jerry curls on what's left of the back half of his hair.
Yes.
Yeah. I think that's fairly accurate. That's Rocco.
That is Rocco.
Yeah. Right. And he does us the favor of showing up naked at a certain point. Mm-hmm. So he's getting sick. The phase of the moon or the temperature change or whatever it is making him change. He goes to see Kelly. And then he falls asleep. Then he wakes up and he's naked. Which is funny because his transformation doesn't really seem to cause a change in size or hurt his clothes in any way. But then it's like sort of Hulkish, except he doesn't really change. So then he wakes up and for some reason this is part of why I really just think like Rocco is just sort of a narcissist. Like it's just about him being famous. But it's a pretty fantastic exchange. I know I asked you to record that. I don't know if you got it. Who was on the phone?
Oh, I have that.
Oh, yeah.
Jacob has something to say, though.
Oh, sorry.
Well, I was going to ask you guys. I didn't quite understand if it happened. It didn't happen every time, but when he was changing or changing back, there's that weird, it'll switch to like this laser Floyd type thing that was going on, like weird kind of lights. I didn't understand if that was meant that he was changing or changing back, because it didn't seem to be used in any type of regularity, or I didn't understand. Was that just totally a non sequitur thing he just threw in for insanity?
I might be thinking of something else. There's one thing that's like, you know, the cool way in Creepshow how they kind of did evoked comic book pop art, and there'd be like those like feature shots of like a portrait, and there's like the weird crazy colored like background. Like there's shots kind of like that where it's only Eddie as the Beast in silhouette with a stark blue bright background. Yes. And that was just him kind of turning around and talking again, one of those like, we can use this somewhere. And they inserted it in a couple different places. Is that the one you're talking about? Or are you talking about something?
That's the one I'm talking about.
Okay. Yeah, that was fucking weird.
Is there more than, I know there's one. Is there more than one? There might be briefly like one other time.
There's one after he gets tased.
Yes.
Yeah, right. But it's like super short.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there's like a Tron like sound effect, like like it's just a taser transition scene. I don't know. That was weird.
Yeah.
Well, he gets tased and like his body gets covered with like the lasery effect, and then he falls on the ground. But there's that other point where I forgot about this strand. There's also, let's not forget, the guys at the Denver Zoo.
Oh my God.
Yes, the guys at the Denver Zoo are also a narrative strand in this insane pile of movie.
I forgot about them.
But we have the infamous letter scene, which is probably the climax. Then,
when was your Seth's clip right there? Do you want to play that?
Well, we can play it. Yeah, I mean, this Pink Floyd thing though, I only remember it really happening once, and so it's like the letter scene happens, and then there's like this very brief scene with the Denver Zoo, and this guy's like, "I got an assignment for you. What are you talking? What animal went down this time?" "It's not an animal." And then there's this weird psychedelic, like 30 seconds. It's like what you're talking about, that background thing, like, you know, the old psychedelic kind of light show thing, and the silhouette of Edward going, I don't know what. "There is no cure. So much pain.
Yeah.
There's no cure."
So there's this ruse. Once they figure out that Edward Thurman is the Beast, they talk to convince Kelly or Maria.
Kelly.
Someone to tell.
It's Kelly.
Okay.
Yeah.
To tell him that the clinic called and they found a cure for his condition. So that's a way to, you know, trap him.
Right.
And that's where there's a lot of betrayal. I don't know if you guys are fans of The Room. There's a lot of bizarre parallels between this and The Room. You know, Tommy Wiseau wrote that, and he is the victim. Everyone betrays him in it, and he's like this saintly, cursed, you know, guy who everything goes wrong all the time. And the first scene that he shot when they started shooting The Room was the sex scene where his ass is prominently featured. Just weird stuff. Like, we can tell these guys they'd probably get along like a house on fire.
Yeah. Probably would. We could listen to a little bit of Kelly and the demon cop after she's on the phone.
Okay.
So basically the cops call her, what you said. They're trying to set him up. So the cops call and say, "Tell him that we found a cure down at the clinic," or whatever, or "we got to get him in here," or whatever it is.
Who was on the phone?
Hi, babe.
I said, who was on the phone?
It was the hospital, Edward. You remember my friend Cheryl, the blood analyst, the one who told us about the research program at the clinic?
What about the call?
They found a cure, Edward. They found a cure.
Why was she calling here? No one has this number.
Well, you know, I still check my machine for messages at the house. And she called and left the information there. I tried to return the phone call, but she wasn't in. And so I just left this number because I had to know the truth. But she didn't know where I was calling from, and she didn't even ask.
They found a cure. At the clinic.
Yes. She wants me to meet her, Edward. She wants to help arrange for you to get down there. I have to go meet her.
They found a cure.
Found a cure. Now will you stay here while I go down? You promise not to leave? Are you sure?
I'm sure.
It's so amazing. One of the things that when I was the first time I watched it, I saw that scene and I'm like, this perfectly captures this movie. Yeah. Because I have no idea why he's with her. He shows up out of nowhere, and then it's one shot. It's a lock-off shot. There's literally not a single cut. It's just a shot of the bed. Kelly is out of frame for most of it. Her hand goes into it a couple of times. Rocco is laying on the bed, and you have no idea what the fuck they're talking about. Cheryl at the clinic and the thing with the what and my friend with the blood work, and it goes on forever. It's like that is exactly how every single scene in this movie plays out.
It sounds like Lucy from Twin Peaks, where she's, my friend from the clinic, not the one that has a mustache, the one that's a girl. The one that took your blood. The one that would analyze it for you because of the common cold, like AIDS virus thing. Just like, Jesus Christ.
Exactly. But what about the cure? Okay, so let's just because this leads into something great. So this whole thing happens, and he wakes up the next day naked and stumbles out of the house grabbing some clothes like, found a cure, must get to the clinic. And because this movie is just like a bunch of 3-minute scenes of exposition stitched together totally randomly, pretty random, he goes to the clinic, right? So the next thing that happens is he goes to the clinic, and he's stumbling through the clinic, and outside are these like quote unquote gang members hanging out. And it's literally another like 2.5 minutes of him like stumbling through the halls, and then he stumbles into this cluttered office, and he's like, must find my file. Mm-hmm. He's like picking up files and going through file drawers and like looking through pages. This is not my file. Like 2 minutes of like, where's my file? Like if we started a timer right now and I just said, where's my file for 2 minutes? After 15 seconds, you're like, what is going on?
Yeah.
It's insane. And then he realizes, of course, not that this is apparent, but that they don't have a cure. This is where he figures out they're lying to him, right? Like, there is no cure. And then he gets mad and he goes out and the gangbangers are out there. And
another favorite scene is the gangbangers. By the way, they have names that are based on their weapons.
Oh, man.
The one has a baseball bat, one has a length of chain, and one has a gun.
Oh, no.
And their names are Whammer, Link, and I wrote it down somewhere.
I did not pick up on that one.
Whammer, Link, and Banger, yeah.
Banger.
I'm
so glad I didn't pick up on that.
But they're out there being punks. So one has like the classic late 80s cliche punk hair. It's like two fins, like going. Oh, man. So they're out smoking a joint, and then I love this audio when the mailman comes by, because you have to hassle the man, right?
Yeah.
Hey, sugar, what you got in the bag? Hey, babe, what's in that bag? Hey, sugar, what you got in that bag? Come on, babe, show me. What you got in that bag? Come on, man. Got you now. Come on, babe.
Come on,
the mouths are not synced at all.
Oh, no. Hey,
hassling the mailman.
Yeah.
And I like that Eddie at some point maybe is comfortable enough in his beastiness, his bestiality, that he starts making one-liners in the last 30 minutes of the film.
Yeah.
Right.
He makes a name that tune reference.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he sings a fucking song. I forgot.
Yeah, that's at the end. That's when he's tranquilized. Yeah.
We should talk a lot about him singing a song because that kind of almost made me love the movie at the very end.
Did you recognize it?
No, I did not recognize the song. Tell me it's a real song.
Yes, it's by a guy named Gino Vanelli. It's called Crazy Life.
Okay.
It's in the 70s.
Yeah.
I had to look it up. I'd never heard of it.
No. Gino Vanelli's big hit was he had a big hit. He had like one big hit, maybe like a second sort of. What was his? I gotta look this up now. Do you remember, Matt?
No.
I remember Gino Vanelli. He had okay.
I knew the
come
name.
up with this. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't recognize the song, but I was so happy that it was happening.
Just on a side note, just some notes I have. I really like that Maria, the psychic person working with the cops, continually calls gangbangers yahoos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because as a former gang member herself, she knows the vernacular so well.
And I was shocked somewhere around these scenes that we're playing audio from right now, when Eddie's going for the cure, he can drive. I was like, holy shit, he can drive in beast mode?
Apparently so. Although not well. So then right after this, man, I'm going to look up this Gino Vanelli thing. None of these, Living Inside Myself and I Just Want to Stop, which are not the songs I remember. But
what was the title you said it was, Matt?
The song that Eddie sings is Crazy Life.
Crazy Life. But right after he beats up the gangbangers. So he beats up the gangbangers. He drops the one-liners. He throws the guy against the wall, who then pops the squib in his mouth. So, the guy barely taps the wall, and then his mouth leaves this trail of blood.
Yeah.
It's terrible. But then after that is the letter. Is it too soon to play the letter scene, or
it might be?
Yeah.
Can I tell you, I got kind of bored making clips at one point, and I just kind of fucked around with some more stuff and made some special stuff for you guys.
Oh, sweet. That's awesome.
So early on, the first time we meet Kelly, she's in her house drinking Crown Royal or something. She's obviously stressed. And I love how the acting is so bad, and this always makes me think of like Ed Wood, like the Tim Burton movie Ed Wood, where it's like, Eddie's like off the side going like, you're upset. You want the experiment to go well. And then like Tor Johnson just starts holding, you're not that upset.
You've got to get through that door.
I felt like that was happening in all these scenes where she's like just holding her head in her hands like, you're not that upset. You've got to drink that liquor. Drink the liquor. Good. But she goes to her chest of drawers. She pulls out a gun, and then Eddie pops up behind her and like grabs her hand, and she drops it. And then they do that. They cut to that shot we saw in the beginning where he's outside in the forest.
Yeah, right. And he's supposedly now in the room, but they couldn't reshoot it.
Following that scene, Eddie calls and leaves a voicemail, because why would you meet in person when you can leave a message off screen?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to play a little bit of that, and then I'm going to show you what I did with it. So here's Eddie's voicemail, just a little reference.
Kelly, if you're there, please listen to me. I'm sorry. Sorry I didn't give you a chance to explain what I don't understand. I tried, Kelly. Tried real hard to meet you when I said I would. But the change came. I didn't know it would.
Okay. So that music sounded kind of familiar to me, the same way that the Baroque sounded like weird, sweet emotion.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what I kind of took away from it.
Kelly, tried real hard to meet you when I said I would. But the change came. I didn't know it would. Kelly, if you're there, please listen to me. I'm sorry. Sorry I didn't give you a chance to explain what I don't understand. I tried, Kelly. Tried real hard to meet you when I said I would. But the change came. I didn't know it would.
Anyway.
No, it's beautiful, man.
Which reminds me, did you see that Rocco also makes music?
I am just not surprised in the least.
In 2003, he made an album under the name X-Man. It's on Spotify.
Oh.
Something worth checking out. I listened to a little bit of it.
Is it equally terrible?
It is exactly what you think it would sound like.
Okay.
Some starts, it's kind of like a AM version of Public Enemy. There's some sirens going in the background and some really canned beats, tired beats by 2003. And then there's like a, spoken word like 9/11, blah, 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 blah. It's just like the dude has stuff to tell us.
Yeah.
We need to hear. He's that kind of guy.
But no idea whatsoever to actually say the words.
Not in the least.
Okay, so do you have the exchange where out of nowhere, super randomly, his ex-partner, Vietnam vet buddy, goes in? Because the end of that scene was, I thought, quite entertaining.
So that scene is a cop is talking to other cops on the case.
Yeah.
His past with Eddie. Then it goes into a flashback.
Yep.
And then it goes into a flashback within a flashback or something like.
Yeah. It's extended, an extended flashback, like the second part of the flashback. Flashbacks are a huge part of this movie, and flashbacks within flashbacks, and they're introduced with zero context whatsoever.
No.
You're just suddenly in a flashback.
And yeah, I'm going to play some of this. I don't have all of it. But nested within that flashback is that one of the, in my mind, the classic shitty hide the face talking scenes, which is two backs at a bar. Yeah. A 2-minute long conversation, and you're just literally seeing two dudes' backs. But here's a bit of that. And Jacob, by the way, when you see this cop the first time, is it just me, or did he look like Lou Reed Ferrigno from The Howling Seven?
Oh, he did a little bit. Lou Reed Ferrigno.
Start from the beginning, Officer Drayton. Take your time.
His name is Edward Thurman. I've always called him Eddie. He's a former probation officer who was wounded in a drive-by about a year ago. He was counseling an ex-gang member who knew of plans to establish a base here in Aurora Hills. Now, the first time I met Eddie was in Vietnam in 1970. He was in Special Forces, and I was stationed at the same base. You know, that Vietnam buddy thing. Eddie was really something, man. He got a medal, and I lost 2 fingers. But anyway, all I can say is we were really tight friends. And when we both got out of the service, we went into law enforcement in Denver. And we've remained close friends ever since. But I haven't seen him for a while. I don't know what happened. We got together for lunch a while back, and for drinks once or twice after that. Oh, wait a minute. What am I saying? I saw him about 3 weeks ago. He came by totally unexpected.
Hey, man. Eddie. What's up? What's wrong?
I need water.
Okay. Okay, relax. Okay.
Something to drink.
Okay. All right. I'll get you a beer.
Okay, so hold on. So what you're going into now is the first part of the flashback. I think it's hard to tell, but I think what's happening is the cop guy who's talking to the other cops, the ex-Vietnam buddy, is flashing back to the time a few weeks ago when he saw Edward.
So Eddie goes to his house and sits by a fireplace with some really bad fireplace sound effects, and he sees Officer Drayton's gun on the coffee table, and he's so upset about being in mid-change that he puts the gun in his mouth.
Yeah,
and then they go to the bar and talk about it.
Then they go to the bar. But before that, he shows up. He's like, oh, I saw him a few weeks ago. So Eddie's by the fireplace. It's totally dark. I think one of the reasons it's dark is because the guy they get to play the cop, what's his name? Drayton?
Yeah.
Is some totally different guy. Like not the same guy at all. So they just keep him in total shadow so you can't see. But Eddie's in there, and he's like, I need water. Something to drink. And his ex-Vietnam buddy, like cop buddy, whatever, isn't like, holy shit, man, you're transforming into some non-human beast in front of my eyes, or dude, you're not good. We gotta get you to the hospital. He's like, all right, I'll get you a beer. But he just, I need something to drink. All right, I'll get you a beer.
That's good stuff.
It's not a good friend. It's not a good friend. It's not
Is
a good
it?
friend. Yeah, right.
What am I talking about? I saw him 3 weeks ago.
That's one of my favorite lines.
I almost forgot about that time that he tried to blow his head off in my living room and went to drink afterwards and talk about it.
3 weeks ago.
Thanks for jogging my memory.
It's amazing.
I'm going back in for another beer. Here we go.
Yeah. You almost need to.
What else do we need to talk about here?
So let's talk about the psychic a little bit. Can we talk about the psychic?
Yeah, she's the worst, man.
Because she just shows up out of nowhere, and it's like, they're just like, well, how are we going to figure out what's going on? That's where Maria comes in. And then she just starts talking.
Yeah.
She just monologues for 2.5 minutes.
For a long time.
Ever. And then,
Question. The scene that has a woman writing in her diary and doing VO, is that Maria?
No, that's Kelly.
No.
Fuck.
I know.
Okay, in the scene that I'm going to save for the end, the epic, the letter.
Yeah.
He refers to like 3 women, and they've never been mentioned before in this film, correct?
Oh, no, that happens constantly.
Kia, and there was Sephora, and Chantel. Eddie!
We will get there. So here's what I think happens, Matt. Here's what I think happens. So there's the answering machine, which you played earlier. Kelly, I felt betrayed, then angered. That's when I came to the house and assaulted you.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go to the chief, but it's like a voiceover, and the chief says, there's a woman on the line with info about the suspected gang killing. You and Logan, get on it. Which I think is Kelly. Like Kelly calls the cops. And then it transitions, I'm pretty positive, although there really is no way to know for sure, but I'm pretty positive it's Kelly writing in her diary.
Oh. Well, also there's this berserk thing where the first time Maria comes into the station and talks to them, she does like a pre-interview, and then she gives them a tape, and they drive around and listen to her tape, and they're like, holy shit, we got to get her back in the station.
Yeah, right. Exactly. But that's a little
I
later.
have that. Can we listen to a little bit of Maria's mixtape?
We should.
Man, what do you think of this, Spence? This thing is getting weirder and weirder.
Yeah, well, Maria gave us this tape to listen to. Maybe we'll have more answers, huh?
Okay. Well, pop it in, Spence.
Since you two are the key investigators in this case, you might as well accept what's really going down here. Your boss will never buy it. He's too set on believing it's all a gang thing. But for one time, in which may be the only case in history, they're innocent. Wrong place at the wrong time. These young yahoos aren't smart enough to think of this kind of killing.
We better get her down to the station and find out what the hell's going on.
Where she literally just was.
Every movie needs to have a psychic in it. I'm going to start writing screenplays just to have a psychic come in and feed information to everybody to move everything along.
What, a psychic that makes taped monologues?
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't...
I have a very particular set of needs, Jacob.
Yes, you do.
And there's no way to know she's a psychic. The only way I know she's a psychic is because the internet told me so. Like, there's nothing, no one at any point in the movie says,
really?
That's where this psychic.
Says, well, no, there's multiple references.
Oh, really?
That scene in the supercut of Flubbed Lines where she says, I was raised in a religious.
Christian.
Yeah.
She says something like, it gave me keen insights into, like, she alludes to it.
Oh,
yeah. Okay.
The cops, I have a clip, actually, I think.
I have it written down. She says it gave her keen perception.
Yeah. Okay.
And at the end, the cops, I didn't make a clip of it. I made a note too, but I didn't. But the cops confront her and say, you weren't even psychic. And then she says, like, well, I kind of told you guys what you need to know, and I basically knew what was going on. So in a way, I was kind of psychic or something. She kind of like
missed that one too.
That was a big reveal that I think nobody wanted or expected.
But that's like at the end, like you figuring things out like hinges almost entirely on what she tells the cops. Like that's generous, but she tells the cops a ton of stuff, and not until the end do you even get a nod to the fact that she's psychic. It's nuts. So do you have Kelly writing in her diary?
Yes. I have 2 of them.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
I don't know if I can listen to both of them.
I think the first one maybe because There's another line in here that I love.
Otherwise, we won't know what's going on.
No.
My reacquaintance of him was during an altar call at church. At the last minute, he backed out, went back to his seat. At the end of service, I went over to him. He was very surprised to see me. We haven't seen each other since my former days as a gang member. We got together occasionally. For some odd reason, he wasn't the same man. It didn't take long to learn about recent tragedies in his life. I was very sorry to hear about the loss of his wife and unborn child, especially when he was wounded in a drive-by shooting while trying to help a gang member go straight, like he did with me. He found it ironic after becoming a probation officer, believing he could reach those in gangs to seek other choices, became a compulsion to be judge, jury, and executioner. That statement convinces me it's not unlikely he could be a part of the recent gang killings in Aurora.
Doesn't all this gang talk just remind you like all these people learned about gangs from watching Rap the Musical from Mr. Show?
Those yahoos.
Those yahoos.
All those yahoos.
They both of them look like they should be in a Gap mom jeans commercial.
It's hilarious to think that either of them were ever in gangs.
Do you think that Maria? Do you think that? What am I trying to say? Did he find somebody that was in a wheelchair to play someone that survived a drive-by, and then ask her if she could act? It feels like he backed into the casting. Like, you're in a wheelchair? Great. Can you act at all? No, don't worry about it.
I don't even know how to reverse engineer his casting decisions. Like, there's just no way.
No, I think it's very much like, hey, you're in the room. Want to be in my movie? I don't know. What I did notice about Maria, though, especially later, is that she has her legs crossed. Now, who am I to say? I don't know what people do or exactly what's going on. I'm sure, whatever, anything is possible. But it seemed like an odd choice. As she's rolling.
So whatever.
Yeah. I'm able to keep my legs crossed as I sit in the wheelchair.
Legs.
Yeah.
So that was a little odd. I think that this is just, I don't know, who knows? And this is maybe not, I don't know. I felt like Rocco probably wanted to get down the pants of both Kelly and Maria, and therefore cast them in his film because they're both insanely terrible. Like, no one's good, but man alive.
No one's good.
But,
somebody's good, right? Gino Vanelli, he's okay.
Gino Vanelli was all right.
The radio host, she's pretty good.
She was the least. She was okay when she was reading copy. When she was actually acting, she was pretty bad.
In the hotel, in the DoubleTree in Denver, it's pretty awful.
Yeah.
Well, I think she made it through all of her lines, so that was special.
Yeah. You know who I kind of liked were the two guys early on there's the guy goes over the car and then he runs off, and then like Demon Cop, there's like this guy driving along and Demon Cop like slams into his car and runs off, and then these two other dudes roll up and the guy who had the car is talking to them, and they're like, all right, what happened? And he's like, well, I was driving along and this guy ran into my car, and they're like, stay here, little brother, we're gonna go find him. And then they kind of go off. You got it. Oh, Matt's got it. Perfect.
Of course you got it.
I was driving along, and I heard these two shots, and with all this gang news going on, this guy just ran into my car.
Which way did he come from?
I don't know.
Which way did he go?
I think he went between those two houses down there.
Okay, stick around, little brother, in case we got to get back with you. Come on, Tony.
I didn't get a good look at him, but my dog did. You can see what it did to him.
Well, I heard you shooting. Did you hit him?
I don't think so.
Man, he took off like a pole vaulter.
Gang speak,
So,
What's funny is that anyone listening who has not seen this movie is actually getting the same experience that you get when you watch the movie. Like, here's a bunch of random clips of shit going on. Who's that person talking? I don't know. Where are they? I'm not sure. I guess they're in a DoubleTree. What is happening now? What? And now we're over where?
Yeah. I really was a big fan of the dude, I think his name's Joe, that they pick up for some weed, and he has info about Spongy, who Eddie killed.
Oh, man.
And I did not realize that Spongy, what the dude getting killed was Spongy, the dude telling Eddie to go fuck himself, until I watched it the second time. I was like, oh, the tie-dyed shirt. He's the same. He is Spongy.
Yeah.
So that's why he unleashed his rage on him, Seth, was he told him to go fuck yourself or whatever he said.
Oh, man, you are good. I did not get that.
But the informer, or the dude that's picked up for the dime bag, he had some of my favorite line reads as well, like the one like, I don't name names or locations. Can I just play that? Because that was when I knew I loved this movie the first time I watched it.
I didn't cop the dime bag from him.
Where, Tanner? Come on.
I don't drop names and locations.
But you're willing to drop in cover for gang-banging pals, Joe. Why do you rough and readies ain't ready to take the rap when you red and blues are brought in here?
All I did was drop by to loan him some money.
And that was all you did, right?
That's right.
Yeah, right. You and God knows how many others were there to knock his ass off, Joe.
Bullshit! If you didn't do anything, how'd you get caught by undercover officers?
All I did was drop by to loan him some money. When I was going back to my ride, I heard a noise. Some man was beating up on Spongy.
One of your fellow gangbangers.
A man who came out of nowhere. He just kept beating on him.
And that's all he was doing?
That's all he was doing.
And you didn't participate not once, huh?
That's right. I didn't know what was going down. All I could think of was getting the fuck out of there.
And smacked into an unmarked car and got busted.
That's right.
This could be a radio play.
Yeah.
Whew. You know, it's funny
Mercury
because
Theater.
Yeah. That's backstory that makes sense, though. Spongy. So Spongy's the guy who was like the flashback in the parole thing reflected in the glasses.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Who gave you the authority or right to dictate to me? You shit and wipe your funky ass like everybody else. So who the fuck are you?
Someone who cares enough to step in when parents won't.
Say, look, motherfucker, my parents care about me. You got that? I got homeboys whose parents don't give a fuck about them. But mine care about me.
Is that right? Then why are you smearing shit on their name? Generations of black people's blood was spilled for a fair shake in this country. And not so you can go out and spill blood of the same for no apparent reason or purpose.
Fuck you, motherfucker.
See?
Wow. Wow. It's shocking to think there's actually some kind of structure to this thing, because
There's a framework.
It is not apparent.
Yeah. It feels like it was either written by someone in human skin, or like it was written and translated into Italian and translated back into English, and then like
yeah, right. It's
digitized
like,
into just ones and zeros and spit back into.
Well, they did Rockstar translated into Russian, translated back into English or whatever that was, and it's like, yeah, that's sort of how the script came out. Yeah.
Yeah, it was mind bending, to say the least.
Yeah. All right, let's see what else we got here. Log from the Interpol guy. Oh man, where's my file?
Can we talk about his the Beast's special effects, his costume, whatever you want to call it? I really liked in the file scene. I think you can see it when he first comes to Kelly's house and scares her that first time. But when he's looking for his file, it is really clear that his hands makeup is just dishwashing gloves painted fleshy colors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was really looking at the folds on his.
It was hard not to. You can't see his head in those scenes. His head is cut off, so it's just his. He's got the fake chest, monster chest.
Yeah, latex rubber monster chest.
Yeah, and the gloves. Later in which we'll get to, but he mentions, looking like something from Halloween, and it's like, yeah, boy, you're not kidding on that one. Like,
no.
The cheapest costume store
I don't
you
think
can find.
I mean it the way you mean it, but yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. All right. So I don't know. Can we talk about the end a little bit?
Sure, but before we do that, I will admit one of the things that's really stuck with me is the score. particularly the title song. It sounds to me like it was written by Harold Faltermeyer, who did Fletch. Like, it's got kind of just a weird Fletch Beverly Hills Cop, but totally fucking Kmart version.
Yes.
Like that weird, like, fucking bamboo, like do 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 do. It's kind of like Axel in F or whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's
a bit of a stretch, but you know what I'm saying.
No, it's very synthy. It was made in 1990. It's got that very synthy, woodwind setting on the Casio or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like panpipes or something.
Right. What about the crazy bonkers like news report thing that happens in the middle of it? Like,
that was one of my favorite scenes, actually.
Oh, the weird like found footage.
The found footage sequence. Yeah. Where it just busts into a live news crew that's glommed onto a police raid.
Yeah.
And you get to see another perspective of Eddie while they confront him, and he tears a cop's head off and throws it down, and then throws a body down. That was like one of my favorite scenes, actually. Like, legitimately entertaining.
See, but now here's what I was trying to figure out. Was that Eddie, or was that the guy that the German was talking about? Like, there's the Nazi hunter in Poland who got infected and moved to Denver when Eddie was a cop. And I was trying to figure out if that was footage of...
You're saying, was that a flashback to the original Patient Zero in America?
Yeah, something-ish. Like, I was trying to figure out if that was Eddie, or because I thought there's a brief scene of Eddie and another cop, like, as cops, because he was a cop in Denver. And I thought, I don't know, I saw that one and I'm like, wait a minute, is that him, or is that the other guy? Let's see, I'm trying to figure out here. I'm trying to check my notes.
I have a little bit of that audio.
It's not going to help. I mean, we can sure listen to it. It's not going to help.
My favorite part of that scene, though, is at the end when, they realize there's a head there or whatever, and they're freaking out, and they're all evacuating, and they're walking backwards, and it's like there's just a black backdrop. So it's like this weird, like, rock video kind of like paranormal weirdness. I don't know. Like, they're backing into, like, oblivion.
Yeah, right. And the news crews are, like, running away. Yeah, and he gets slashed or something.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I don't know. It was super confusing. The colleague, so what did I get? The Interpol, the German guy, the dead guy in the morgue was actually hunting ex-Nazis and killing them. He was involved in killing Nazis in Poland, where the virus first began. And then his colleague knew about the sickness. Interpol saw the Nazi killer turn into a werewolf. He got blamed for the killing, went underground, and then the Nazi killer was targeting someone in Denver.
But
that's a literal transcription of, like, what this guy was saying, practically.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah.
Call was perfect. So I'm confused because I thought that either right before that or right after it, the cops found Eddie's hovel and they were repelled by the waste
smell
or something. Yeah, like recoiling at, like, the stink. Like, isn't that weird that he's, like, still trying to keep himself clean?
That's right.
Yeah.
Isn't that so? That wasn't that same building?
No, that was the garage. That was the garage that the psychic told him to go check out.
Oh, see, this is like a lotus. It just keeps blossoming anew for you.
God.
It's
is like a Cooper film.
I don't know.
It's like 2001, Seth.
It's exactly like it.
I'm sure you're right. It's just me. I didn't get it.
Remember the laser stuff? Right.
Same thing. I can see it now. Yeah. That's the kind of random shit that just gets thrown into this thing. Yeah, the thing about that garage scene is it's like 30 seconds is black. There's a voiceover of the two cops, and I'm again pretty sure.
Where's the light switch? Is the light switch over there?
It's kind of this weird comedic moment.
Oh my God. Okay, the most painful of many painful moments in this 80 minutes was the really lame attempt at comedy. When at the end, when they're trying, they know Eddie's at Kelly's, I think, and they're like just swarming on the house, and that one cop, I forgot his name, Logan maybe, or Spence.
It's either Logan or Spence.
Is like running towards the fence, like trying to jump up and like climb over it like 4 times.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Failing miserably. And like, I know this is supposed to be funny, but even as a bad joke not working, it's still irritating me.
It's their Marx Brothers moment.
Yeah, I guess it was. Yeah. And then, right. So that's at the end. So, and I'll just talk about this because you're bringing it up. So in theory, they go in the house, or then they come and talk to Maria, I think. Then they all come out of the house, and Eddie's like in the backyard somehow or something, or he ran off. So they go around, they take off their jackets. They both take off their jackets and throw them in the bush. And then one goes around one side of the house and one goes around the other side of the house. I think, ostensibly, both into the backyard. Spence has this comedic moment, can't get over the fence. Logan's on the other side, and Eddie comes out. And then Logan comes around the other side where Spence came in, or whatever. So in theory, all three of them are in the backyard. He couldn't get over the fence, and then he leaves the side he came in and goes around the front of the house and comes in the other side.
I got it all worked out in Legos. I can show you guys later.
I was doing like a Room 237 sketch of this thing. I'm like, wait a minute.
Oh, you're through the looking glass, Seth.
There's no windows. There's no windows, guys.
The fence isn't supposed to be there. There's no way that's a mistake. Rocco would not make a mistake.
Oh my God, yeah. The slaughter of the Yahoos. That's what this is really about.
So insane.
And the moon landing.
Yeah.
Wholesale slaughter of the Yahoos.
So I think we're nearing the big clip.
Yeah.
Gotta do it.
Talks about a lot of stuff here. So, yeah, I mean.
So this happens after he realizes there's no cure. It was a trap.
Mm-hmm.
Did Kelly play a part in the trapping?
She did. Because she was on the phone and she's like, it's the clinic. They found a cure.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. Yeah. I confuse the two white women in this thing so fucking much. I can't tell which one's which unless, one's standing and one's not.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, all right. So he goes to the clinic, realizes there's no cure, finds his file, realizes there's no cure, kills the gangbangers with the hilarious names. And then we cut to Kelly, I think. I think what happens is we cut to Kelly, who walks in.
Well, he drives. This is when he drives. We see him drive to her house.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
Then I breaks into Kelly's to write a letter.
Well, Kelly walks in and he's typing. Like,
he's just, yeah.
Demon Cop is sitting in the living room typing.
Mm-hmm.
Kelly walks in and he's just in makeup, full demon mode, typing a letter, which he then pulls out of the typewriter and hands to Kelly and walks off frame, right?
Yeah.
And then she starts reading.
Yeah. But I'm sorry, this has been bugging me, Seth. I think we really need to call out, he's not a demon cop, okay? That's like calling Native Americans Indians.
Yes.
He's an ex-probation officer, demon-possessed man.
Right.
The correct name for it. I mean, he's not a demon. He's a host of a demon.
He's a demon host, probation officer, demon host. But it just doesn't have this ex-probation officer, demon host.
Not really a cop. Maybe a correction officer?
Well, he was a cop in Denver. See, at first I thought the same thing. I'm like, this is not demon cop. This is werewolf probation officer.
Yeah.
Wait,
he was a cop before he became a probation officer?
In Denver. That's what the army buddy said in Vietnam.
What said?
They both landed in Denver as cops. And that's why I thought that news clip flashback thing showed him briefly as a cop, like intersecting with the dude that was already infected that the Nazi hunter guy was trying to track down or whatever.
No, that's too tidy.
Yeah, I don't know.
No.
So
I don't buy it.
That guy Drayton says, he got a Medal of Honor, a Purple Heart or whatever, and I lost 2 fingers.
Yeah.
He shows that he does have 2 fingers missing, or like one stump and one. You can't be a cop with 2 missing fingers, can you? Isn't it like the military where it's like they don't take you for that, do they?
I really have no idea.
I don't know.
If you have bone spurs, you don't have to serve. I don't think 2 missing fingers. How can you operate a gun properly?
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a good question.
All right. This is the letter.
So Kelly's reading it while he's standing on the other side of the room.
He's wounded. He's limping over to the fireplace, and he kind of leans up against it and occasionally looks over his shoulder dramatically at her. And he, several times in this film, cries blood.
Yeah, that was a weird thing.
So this is... He hasn't been shot with a mortally wounding German bullet yet. I don't know why he has this big dramatic... Is it because he was betrayed for the final time?
I think he was betrayed and he got shot with a machine gun. He got shot with... He got beat up by the gangbangers, and then Banger, or whatever her name is, shot him with the machine gun thing. And then what the guy said earlier was that nothing would kill him, but if he got shot or whatever, he would continue to live, but in extreme pain.
Oh, you're right.
So I think he's just living in extreme pain.
Well, welcome to our world. Okay, here is the letter, presented for your pleasure without interruptions.
I don't know who realized it first, but we can't hide anymore. It was all confirmed tonight. When they found me, I knew one of you told. Either you, Kia, or Mora. Maybe all 3 of you. Yes, Kelly. When you left me for a while, a few took your place.
Edward?
I feel the next stage is total loss of reality. No more lucid moments, even in bestial form. No more awareness of knowing you're living like a bagman, but washing and shaving just the same. That you've killed animals, people you were pissed off about, when you know you look like something during Halloween. No more wondering why you're messed up, trying to find out what messed you up. No more flashbacks showing why you're pissed off and what you would like to do about it. I can't even explain how I keep living or why. I've been injured in places a normal person would die instantly or eventually from. What I see next is the blackest blackness one can even imagine. I don't know if it means death or what, but I know beyond a shadow of a doubt it would be a long period of darkness, and then I'll find I'm elsewhere, not here, not with you, but somewhere.
You, of course, recognize that from That's Entertainment 3.
Yeah.
That famous scene.
Oh, it's so great. So great. I have been injured in places
I like to imagine that, that scene just happened, and then there's just, and the crew just slowly starts.
Slow clap.
Yeah. And that was the last scene. That was the last scene of the shoot. And he just collapsed in a heap.
Yeah, it took it all out of him, man. Took it all out of him. But the funny thing is, of course, during the scene, no one's talking. He's just standing there. It's all voiceover.
Yep.
But those eyes, man, those eyes.
The eyes crying blood. Except for Kelly, who does utter the one line, Edward.
So I just realized.
With other women?
Yeah, I just realized this time who one of those women is.
Okay.
Do you notice that throughout this film, no one said the paraplegic's name the same way? Her name is Maria, Moira, and one of the cops calls her like Mauve at one point. Seriously,
I think that's
Moira,
all the
Moira is Maria.
Okay, so he was with the psychic.
Depending on who it is. Yeah, the psychic.
Okay.
See, my theory is bearing fruit.
Yeah. And Kia, I don't know who that is.
Kia, it's mentioned in other spots too, but Kia Powers, but no idea who she actually is.
Oh, and who is Paula Rice?
Was she the DJ?
No, that was Paula Harper, or Patricia Harper.
Patricia Harper's the DJ, yeah.
No idea then.
Somebody's playing games with our ass. That woman I spoke with on the phone?
Yeah?
I had her story checked out. No one in the Department of Corrections ever heard of this Paula Rice.
What do you mean no one ever heard of Paula Rice?
Well,
I didn't need any more wrenches in the works here.
No.
Yeah. So, all right. So shortly after this then, okay, so they do the whole thing. They go, apparently Kelly leaves. He talks to the psychic. He goes out. The cops show up. They do the backyard shenanigans. They try and shoot him.
He's shot like 30 times.
He can't die because they're not using the special bullets.
He's shot so many times.
And then the dude from the Denver Zoo shows up and shoots him with a tranquilizer.
Tranquilizes him.
By the way, hold on, sorry to interrupt, but it didn't matter if I had a beer or two, if I was stone cold sober or stoned. Every time I watch this, when the car pulls up and the dude gets out, I'm like, oh, Bloodhound. And it's like, nope, the zoo guy.
No, the zoo guy.
Your script is broken if I keep thinking it's a character that mattered earlier that's coming to save the day, and it's not him.
No.
I don't think I'm watching it wrong. You're writing it wrong.
It's the dude from the Denver Zoo, now in Aurora Hills, Illinois, with a tranquilizer gun. Tranquilizes him. That's when he falls to the ground and starts singing the Gino Vanelli song.
We ready?
Mm-hmm. Let's hear it.
It's all crazy life. A hazy life.
Singing?
Mixed up jumble. Crazy life. Stupid life for people who want to love. I just don't understand why it's so hard to say hello before goodbye.
I mean, it's a good Tom Waits impersonation.
Oh, it's not Louis Armstrong. So what's weird about that is that could be affecting. Like, there is a tragic comic. Like, at one point when he first started singing, the first time I watched this, my jaw literally dropped. I was like, holy shit. And I was like, oh my God, this whole thing is like self-aware. And like, he's like tipping his hand right here.
No.
And then as I watched it more and more, I'm like, okay, no, he's actually trying to inject this pathos into this character, which doesn't make sense. He didn't earn that ending. in any way, shape, or form. He wasn't all about love. Like if he was all about wanting to be loved and he was misunderstood, that would be totally tragic and comical and sad and weird. But he didn't.
No.
He lost his wife and he was a rage monster.
Yeah. Killing gangbangers. Yeah. He wanted a cure. And I agree completely. Like, not even earned in the least. It just was, I think, Rocco wanting to show off that he could sing. One more, we get his ass, we get him singing, we get him acting, we get him writing and directing. Probably some of his music on the soundtrack.
Rocco, traditionally, your resume fits on one page, but this is quintessence.
Very impressive. So what's also kind of weird is that when that scene is unfolding as he's singing, so he's shot with a tranquilizer. It's not pathos. It's not a payoff. He's just high on horse tranquilizer, basically. Yeah. But it's actually, we see it on a television set. So it's playing on a TV set and the camera's pulling back and people are watching this TV that he's on and he's singing. And that whole time he's on this TV set. And then, I mean, can we talk, because now we're at the end of the movie, right? So this is like the very end of the movie.
I have a clip of where I think you're going, but go ahead.
So what we realize is that this is another news report. And it shows a woman who's now foaming at the mouth. And what the announcer says is that Edward is in custody. He didn't die. They've taken him into custody, but a rape victim in the Denver area, I'm not sure she's in Denver, but a rape victim got a blood transfusion and has now been infected. And there must be some problem. Is there a problem with the blood supply? Like, it ends up this weird question about, is there contamination in the blood supply?
KAIP in Denver. You probably have heard about the former probation officer who received a blood transfusion after he was wounded in a drive-by shooting. Well, rumors have it he was transformed into some kind of bestial killer because of it. Well, the good thing is he's in custody, but now there are reports of a rape victim who received a blood transfusion due to injuries sustained in that rape, and evidently she is going through the same type of transformation. We've had problems with our blood supply before with AIDS and the contamination thereof, but now, is there something additionally wrong with our blood supply? Is our blood supply safe? Give me a call, Tom Jensen at 555-KAIP. Tell me, is our blood supply really safe? Again, that number, 555-5247.
And that's the end.
Yep.
The end.
So
I realize we're on being held hostage by AIDS in 1990, but
right. Exactly. At that point, I'm like, is this all just like some kind of weird AIDS paranoia something or other? Like it's about contaminated blood?
They mention AIDS, I think, 3 times in it.
The other times, yeah.
And this thing makes AIDS look like the common cold. It happens once.
Yeah.
No. I feel like it should be remade.
Oof. Wow.
Who's your dream cast?
Oh, wow. You got to get a good director first. I mean, that's really.
Who's your Kelly specifically?
Natalie Portman. I mean, that's a no-brainer.
That's a given. Duh. I mean,
not Keira Knightley. Weird.
No. Definitely
she's
Natalie Portman.
She's literally our backup Natalie Portman.
Yeah. Keira Knightley is way more Maria than Kelly. Way more Maria.
Yeah. Little upset, Jacob.
Yeah. I mean, what a bonkers film this. I mean, just wow. Wowzers.
Well, and we also we get the sign off from Cameron Mitchell too.
Yeah.
That's right. We go back to the doctor. That's right. It bookends the film. Right. Well,
it really kind of reminded me of Bela Lugosi a little bit in Glen or Glenda. I kept wanting him to be like, pull the string.
Little boys, puppy dog tails. Yeah, I think maybe that's what Cameron was hoping that would be too. But good.
But actually good. Yeah.
Yeah, and failing miserably.
Yeah. Well, did we not touch on anything that you guys wanted to address?
Man, I mean, Jacob's pulling out his journal, paging.
Yeah, I am.
I have 5 pages of notes on this thing because it's just like, what is even happening? The Denver Zoo.
Okay, just hitting on notes we didn't hit on. When Banger is shooting him with her machine gun, that 1990, that's pretty early for animated muzzle flash, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Special effect. I'd never seen one that old. I thought that started coming in like in the late 90s, like digital. Flare
And it wasn't terrible looking.
It wasn't good, but it wasn't terrible.
It wasn't good, but it wasn't, it wasn't awful.
I don't know. I just don't remember seeing him that long ago.
No, I think you're right. That does seem really early for that effect.
Huh. Okay. I made a note here about when Bloodhound and Patricia meet in the hotel lobby, and there's that long scene where they're walking out of view and away from us. That reminded me very much like Bowfinger. Do you ever see Bowfinger, that movie with Eddie Murphy in it?
Yeah.
Where it's like they're filming a movie starring Eddie Murphy's movie star, but he doesn't know he's in it.
Yeah.
It's just like getting a double and just kind of shooting around him. It felt very much like that. Like, I don't know if they even know they're in this movie. Like, he might have been just filming them and then said, hey guys, I have to come out and just say, I filmed that whole conversation. I'm making this movie called Demon Cop. Yeah. And actually it's called The Curse of something Bestial, but
yeah.
You can just sign this and then commit to a 3-week shooting schedule. I'd be real excited.
Oh man, I'm trying to look through my notes here. We covered pretty much everything I got.
Yeah, I can't think of anything else.
So the flashback on the news thing happens when they're at the Interpol guy and the DJ are at the DoubleTree, and he's explaining this whole thing to her. And he's like, I know it's happening, and it's not gangs, and the government wants the spread of drugs, especially crack. And my buddy killed a homeless guy who had the contaminated blood, and they'd been selling their blood. And then they flash back to this news thing in this warehouse where the guy was killed. So that's why I kind of thought it had something to do with, how Edward first got, well, I don't know, because Edward got shot in a drive-by and then got a blood transfusion, so that would make sense.
Otherwise, that would make perfect sense.
Well, again, that might be generous.
Relatively speaking,
you could sort of construct words to get there. Yeah.
All right. Well, I think it's time to do the do.
All right,
Jacob, I need a breakdown and a judgment.
Oh, it's trash. It's so much trash. It's more trash than any film I think we've watched together on here. It's the most incoherent. I'm struggling to find a reason why it exists, except for something like this. I mean, it's entertaining in that it's so bad, but it was much more painful. So yeah, I'm gonna say no go on Demon Cop. And
just the Renee Harmon movie you did, Escape from the Insane Asylum?
The Asylum, yeah.
You like that one, yeah?
I actually liked that one, yeah.
Oh, kind of a, yeah, okay. Just
no, out of all the films
here
that we've watched together, I've only said that's trash on this one and After Last Season.
Oh, I remember that episode.
But but all the other ones, I've actually really liked.
Okay.
Death Run, especially.
Yeah. Okay. Seth, talk to me.
I am in complete agreement. This movie is total trash. It is gonzo, ballistic hyper trash. Like, it's almost so much trash that it's cool, but not quite. Like, as much trash as you can possibly be without quite making the turn to cool, I think.
Mm-hmm.
It's just trash. Yeah.
You guys are ignorant sluts.
All right.
No, I wholeheartedly disagree. it is top shelf trash to me. I would consider owning this. If this came out on Blu-ray, I would probably buy it for $20.
Yeah, it's like legendary trash.
It is like, I feel like somebody's over at your house and you've had a few drinks and the party started dying down. Like, have you seen Demon Cop? And you just go, just sit down. I'm gonna get the bong, and I'm gonna change your fucking life right now. Because I mean, I rolled my eyes along with you guys through all the exposition and the nonstop, single shot scenes of eyeballs blinking
for minutes.
But because I could not believe it existed, it has value to me. And I had not, like, Renee knows the level of weirdness of a movie I'm watching when she walks to the room and she's like, okay, what are you watching? Like, she saw my face and she's like, I know this is bananas. What is it?
Yeah.
And she turned around and watched a few minutes. She's like, Jesus Christ. So to me, that's part of what this is I want people to see it. I wholeheartedly recommend anybody listening to this that is in any way curious about this, at least watch the first 10 minutes. The plot doesn't matter. Just to get a taste of the way this guy approached this film, watch the first 10 to 15 minutes. You can turn off after that. It's not going to make any more sense, but you will miss the giant scene at the end. But the first 10 minutes, you're going to meet all of the characters we talked about, and all the stuff's going to be set up, and you're going to have no idea what's going on, despite the fact that you listen to us talk about it for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
So to me, I can't recommend it highly enough. I think this is one of the best ones we've watched. Honestly, the most entertaining.
It is go for broke, man. I will say that it is every possible thing it could hit. It tries to hit. It's something. It is something.
Yeah, I mean, it to me is up there with like some Ed Wood or God, who's that guy that did Red Zone Cuba and the Mesa Beast of Yucca Flats and like that guy is just like incoherent, right?
Yeah.
That to me has value. I would rather watch something incoherent and cobbled together out of like scabs and duct tape like this than like something with like a modicum of a budget made by someone that's just half-assing a script just to fill a B production schedule. Like this is infinitely more interesting to me than any of those moon features like from around that time. Transfers 4, whatever, man. This is fucking gold.
Yeah.
So I can't give it a high cool, but I respect your opinions.
Yeah, boy.
Fortunately, I don't have homework because I gave it a cool. You guys have antidotes to give out. Let the healing begin. Reparations.
Seth?
Well, I mean, like I said, you could pretty much watch 2.5 Men and just be like, oh, this has a beginning, a middle, and an end, and 6 jokes. And, oh, I see the joke coming. There's the joke. Okay, oh, we're getting ready for the next joke. Give it a minute. Hey, it's a joke. It's so predictable and easy to follow, and you just get done and go, that made sense. But for me personally, again, kind of anything with a coherent plot. I'm kind of binging on Good Place right now, so I'll probably go watch a couple episodes of The Good Place, which is forking hilarious.
Pretty great.
Are you current-ish? Like this? Are you current season?
No, I'm in like season 2, almost done with season 2.
Okay.
All right.
One of the best shows on TV. I'm going to miss it when it's gone.
So I think I'm going to have to choose. I'm going to choose Salem's Lot.
Nice.
The
long one?
The long one. The one with James Mason, which, just ended up talking with coworkers about it, and everyone just holds it in such high esteem. And it's, it was a TV miniseries, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And then, I don't know, for as little gore as there is in that film, it is really terrifying in parts.
That wrecked a lot of childhoods.
Yeah.
Those
that
people
little boy floating.
That. Yep.
Yeah. It's a little boy floating and tapping on the window.
That's the seminal scene that I remember seeing on TV.
Scary.
Just being like, ugh.
That's so funny. I don't remember that scene from when I was a kid. everybody I talked to, like, that was the scene that fucked them up for years.
Yeah.
The one that I was messed up by was Juliette Lewis's dad. When in the boarding house, they go into his room and he's Jeffrey Lewis, I think his name is, and he's rocking in the chair and his eyes are glowing, and he's just like, they come in and he's just he's been turned into a vampire. That horrified me.
Okay.
Like he has this grin showing his fangs and his eyes are glowing green, and he's rocking silently in the chair looking at the people that walk in the room. That fucked me up for a while. But that vampire is so good. Barlow, I think it was. No, that's James Mason's character.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I love Salem's Lot. But yeah, I would say I recommend getting the full miniseries, not just the theatrical cut. Because there's a short, like 2-hour version.
See, I've never seen the short one. I only know like the 4-hour long one.
Yeah, don't do it.
Have
you seen the one? Does the original miniseries have the opening where they're in like Central America and they're stopping to get holy water in the church?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, I can't remember if that was added for the theatrical or if that was in the original series.
Sounds familiar to me, and I think I've only seen the original series, but I could be wrong.
And plus, it's got David Soul. I mean, come on.
Yep.
And Fred Willard in red silk boxers.
Yeah. Amen.
God bless Fred Willard.
God bless him.
Nice. Okay. And we still got to get around at some point, not on the show, but just you and me, to watching Return to Salem's Lot.
Yes.
It's got our buddy in it from Q, the Winged Serpent.
Ooh, nice.
Even though
Moriarty?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it Dan Moriarty? Dan? Is that right?
Michael.
Thank you. Sorry. All right. Well, I think we've taken care of our business. Sorry that I made you guys watch this.
You know, I'm not sorry that I watched it. I watched it twice just to try to parse through what was actually going on. And I mean, I hear what you're saying. It is go for broke craziness, and yet somehow nothing ever happens. I don't know. It's insane. It's insane.
Yeah.
If you don't look into Edward's eyes during the letter, if you don't look in those eyes and feel something, Seth,
then
I feel sorry for you. Because you're dead inside.
Well, I have been injured in places where a normal person would be killed instantly or eventually.
Yeah.
Now, syntactically, those should be reversed, yes?
Yes.
Pretty
For
sure.
impact? Okay. Just making sure. That always was a clunker. Okay, well, again, you guys, thanks so much, and I appreciate you being on the final days here, and I'm glad we got to do a doozy.
For sure.
Me too. It's an honor.
Well, cool. For That's Cool, That's Trash, I'm Matt Howell, and you have been...
Jacob Balcom.
And Seth Garon.
All right, you folks out there, stay trashy.
That's trash.
It's garbage, folks.
The impression was made
that it was nothing more than usual murders in spite of everything else, right?
Right.
Yeah, right.